Howdy folks, Ferganized here, and welcome to San Antonio, Texas, where the history's as big as the state itself, and the fun never stops. Forget everything you know about Texas, because San Antonio is a whole different breed. It's not just cowboys and tumbleweeds here, folks. This city's got a vibrant culture, stunning architecture, and enough attractions to keep you busier than a one-armed cowboy trying to rope a steer. We're kicking off this adventure at a true Texas landmark, the Bexar County Courthouse. Now this ain't just any old courthouse. This is the biggest and oldest continuously operating historic courthouse in the entire Lone Star State. Completed way back in 1897, it's built with native Texas granite and red sandstone. You can practically feel the history radiating from its walls. This land has been ruled by everyone from the Spanish and Mexicans to the Republic of Texas and even the Confederacy. Now, after gawking at this gorgeous courthouse, I couldn't help but notice this impressive monument right out front. It's called the Founders Monument, and it's dedicated to some of the bigwigs who shaped this city and this state. We've got Spanish explorers like Alonso de Leon, the first guy to map out this region, and Domingo Terán de los Rios, the first governor of Spanish Texas. Then there's Father Antonio Marjal de Jesus, who founded those famous missions you see all around San Antonio. And of course, we can't forget the Canary Islanders, those brave souls who were some of the first European settlers in these parts. And a Native American figure symbolizing the indigenous people who were here long before any of us. It's crucial to remember their role in the story of San Antonio, and this monument honors their contributions. But my personal favorite? The mischievous-looking goat. It represents the livestock that was vital to the early Texan economy. And let's be honest, who can resist a good goat statue? Okay, I know I'm not supposed to climb on the ark, but come on, how often do you get to pretend you're a goat-riding cowboy in the heart of San Antonio? Ferganized here. Today we are in San Antonio, Texas, and behind me is the famous Alamo. I'm here with my wife Nadine, and we welcome you to our channel. Please click a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for a great video regarding the Alamo. Well, howdy folks, and gather round. Let me tell you about this here place called the Alamo. Now, it weren't always a tourist trap, you know. Started out as a mission, a place for preaching and such. Think of it like the church picnic grounds of its day, only with less potato salad and more, well, we'll get to that. Then things got a mite spicy. Folks started getting riled up about this whole Texas independence thing. Mexicans were saying, "No way, Jose," and the Texans, well, we're a stubborn bunch. So a bunch of fellers, including some famous names like Davy Crockett, who I hear can wrestle a bear and win, and Jim Bowie, who had a knife bigger than my leg, holed up in this old mission, which by then was more fort than church. Now the Mexican army, let's just say they weren't exactly shy. They had a whole heap of soldiers. Think of it like a swarm of locusts, only instead of eating crops, they were aiming to eat Texans. And the Texans, well, they were outnumbered something fierce. Like if you lined them all up, they still wouldn't reach the saloon at the end of the street. So the big fight happened. It was a real humdinger, I tell ya. Guns a-blazing, cannons roaring, and probably more dust than a cattle drive in July. The Texans fought like demons, bless their hearts, but well, the odds weren't in their favor. Let's just say they became permanent residents of the Alamo. Now you can go visit the place. It's all fixed up nice and pretty, though they probably could have used some of that fixing back when it mattered. You can walk around, see the old church, and imagine all the ruckus. They even got some fellers dressed up in old-timey clothes, reenacting the whole shebang. It's kind of like a play, but with more gunpowder and less curtain calls. The whole thing is a reminder of bravery, sacrifice, and how sometimes, even when you're outgunned and outmanned, you gotta stand your ground. And it gave us a heck of a battle cry, "Remember the Alamo," which around these parts is right up there with "Pass the Whiskey." Cheers.
Ferganized here today. We are Riverwalk, San Antonio. I'm Ferganized and this is my wife Nadine.
Yeah, it's very nice restaurants and shops. It was on our bucket list. Now check. If you didn't do it, you have to do it. It's magic.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, where history, culture, and good old Southern hospitality come together. And right here in the heart of it all is the famous San Antonio Riverwalk. Now, when I first heard about it, I wasn't all that excited to go. But let me tell you, I was flat out impressed. The best way I can put it, picture the enchantment of Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean ride mixed with the buzzing energy of the Las Vegas Strip, all with the Texas twist. You've got these winding waterways lined with restaurants, bars, and shops, all tucked below the street level like a hidden gem. And one of the best ways to take it all in, a boat tour. These guided river barges offer a fantastic way to see the sights, learn a little history, and just soak in the atmosphere. Whether you do it during the day or at night when the lights reflect off the water, it's a must-do experience. Now, speaking of sights, you'll want to keep an eye out for this beauty, Stargazer. This 16-foot tall sculpture by Mexican artist Pedro Reyes is made up of over 80 pieces of volcanic stone with a marble star in her hands. It's a powerful piece of art that really adds to the charm of the Riverwalk. Another striking landmark is La Antorcha de la Amistad, or the Torch of Friendship. This red iron sculpture, created by Mexican artist Sebastian, symbolizes the strong bond between the U.S. and Mexico. It stands tall right at the intersection of the Riverwalk and downtown, and you can't miss it. One of my favorite things about the Riverwalk is how much water is woven into the scenery. Besides the river itself, there are tons of waterfalls and fountains tucked away in different spots, adding to the peaceful yet lively feel of the place. Now let's talk about the food. My wife surprised me with a birthday dinner at Boudreaux's on the Riverwalk. And let me tell you, it was a great treat. A great location, amazing atmosphere, and some seriously good food. You can't go wrong here. The next night, we ate at the original Mexican restaurant. This place has been serving up Tex-Mex classics for years, and it did not disappoint. Big portions, bold flavors, and that authentic Texas charm. For something a little more on the wild side, you got to check out Dick's Last Resort. Now, if you've never been, just know that the wait staff has, let's say, unique sense of humor. It's all in good fun, and the place is a riot. And if you're looking for a great place to grab a drink, swing by Hugman's Oasis. This tiki-style bar is the perfect place to kick back, relax, and enjoy a handcrafted cocktail right on the river. So here's my take. If you're visiting San Antonio, don't skip the Riverwalk. Whether you're taking a stroll, shopping, enjoying a great meal, or riding the boat tour, it's an experience you won't forget. I went in thinking it'd be just another tourist spot, but I walked away highly impressed. Y'all gotta check it out. That's it for this one. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel adventures. Until then, take care and keep exploring. Yeehaw!
Aquí la mascotica que estaba buscando Juan Guillermo. ¿La qué? La mascota que yo buscando, que no había visto. Oye, María.
Margarita, you should go for some margarita.